sugar, spice, and everything nice. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little girl. Sugar, spice, everything nice. Sugar, spice, everything nice. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. Sugar, spice, chemical edge.
What's up, everyone? It's Chris, and today I have a really exciting announcement. I came out with a new book, and it's my first ever book, actually. It's called Slime Soup, and if you can guess by the title, it is a slime cookbook created for all ages. Whether you're a little 5-year-old kid who loves playing with slime, or you're a 30-year-old mom, or you're a bored, hungry dude, whatever it is, this book is for you guys, for anyone and everyone. And it's also my little baby project that I've been working on for the past year. A ton of hard work, making way too much slime. I am so slimed out, you don't even know. But it was really fun, and I'm just so excited for you guys to have this book in your hands. You can find where to purchase this book at slimesoup.com. I want to thank Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. I've used Squarespace to create multiple websites in the past, and it was super easy to do. I remember when I was a kid, it was my dream to have my own website domain. I always thought it was this like complicated process and I needed to learn how to code and things, but you really don't. Squarespace makes it super user-friendly, so I literally created slimesoup.com in less than a day. And something about having your own website where you create your own space on the internet that's like entirely your own is just so cool. So yeah, whether you are a travel blogger or beauty blogger, if you want to sell your stuff, if you have your own business, whatever purpose for having your own website is, you could try it out for free for I believe 30 days at squarespace.com/kristsoup, and then if you like it, you can continue for 10% off your first purchase. But yeah, slimesoup.com, new book. Oh my gosh. Alright, so the slime theme of this video is slime candy. I've gathered some of my favorite candy and I turned it into slime form. I love creating slime candy because it's so colorful. So you could try doing this with any one of your favorite candies. Get creative, guys. The whole reason why I created this book was for people to use their own imagination, and there are a gajillion more slime foods that you could do than the ones that I just put in the book. So without further ado, let us begin. The first candy I decided to make was a crunch bar. Now, with any type of chocolatey slime, you're gonna first want to start off with some white glue, and then I bought this paint that is literally in the color called chocolate. So it's a milk chocolatey color, and I added that in and stirred it into the white glue. And then I used my slime activator, and my go-to slime activator is a couple dashes of baking soda mixed in, and then afterwards I squirt in some contact solution containing boric acid, and I mix that into the glue until it stops sticking to each other, and there you go, you have your chocolate slime. My favorite chocolate candy is actually Kit Kats. Let me know what your favorite chocolate candy is, and if you consider chocolate to be candy. That is a question I've always had. Alright, now to make this crunch bar crunchy, you need to add in your crispy rice. I use these white styrofoam balls that I got online. I'll link all of the random materials that I used in the description. You want to pour in a little bit at a time because you don't want to add too much. I just added that in, mix it together, just get a crunch bar. Perfect excuse to eat some candy. Eat your crunch bar if you want. I definitely ate a lot of candy for this video. And then place your crunch bar slime into the wrapper, and there you go. You've got a crunchy, slimy crunch bar slime. So the next two slimes that I created were sour gummy worms and airhead extremes, and both of these are really colorful, and some use the same types of colors. So in a bowl, I did the following. Poured in a little bit of white glue and then added a little bit of the food coloring for what I needed. So I made red slime, orange slime, yellow slime, green slime and blue slime. And I believe I did 2 different shades of blue because the blue in the Airhead Extremes is actually a bit darker. And I also created 2 different shades of red. So one was a darker, more cherry red, and the other red is like a strawberry flavor. And once I mixed in all the food coloring, I did the same exact thing. I used my slime activator, which is a couple of dashes of baking soda and squirts of contact solution, and mixed all of that together until I had all my different colors of slime. Starting off with the sour gummy worms, what I did was I just picked out a tiny piece of each color and then made the 2 colors kiss each other, and then I kind of squished it and then rolled it out into a gummy worm. Once I had all of that, I used sand as the sour sugary sprinkles. That's kind of like a funny prank you could do, but don't do this prank because someone could die. Imagine eating sandy gummy worms. That is not fun. You could dip it in sand, sprinkle sand on top, whatever you want to do. This was one of my favorites just because it looks so realistic. It also stretched like real sour gummy worms. Whoever invented sour gummy worms, like, yes. And then for the Airhead Extremes, I needed to create like a long rainbow strip, and the easiest way to do that was I took small chunks of each color and put them in order, and I squished it together and stretched it out into one long thick line. If you wanted, you could also maybe take like a knife and then create the little tiny indented lines. Let me know how you eat your Airhead Extremes, because I remember I used to try and peel every little string of color. Next up, I'm creating slime candy that requires clear slime. Now you want to do this ahead of time because clear slime takes a while for the air bubbles to disappear. And I put them in little plastic containers, and I waited a day or 2 for the air bubbles to rise to the surface. So for the gummy bears, I actually bought this candy mold. The mold is actually bigger than the actual size of gummy bears, but that's okay. I just took little chunks of each color and put it into the mold, and it's really simple. You just take it out of the mold right away. It's not like you have to wait for anything. And there you go. You have gummy bear slime. And if you wanted, you could actually mix different colors into the mold. Why didn't I think of doing that? But you could make like a rainbow gummy bear if you want. That would have been so pretty. And then of course, just squish all those little bears together and there you go. Gummy bear slime. And this also looked really realistic, and there's nothing more satisfying than playing with ultra clear transparent slime. Do you agree? Just looking at this just satisfies something deep within me. And then for the Jolly Ranchers, this was probably the easiest one ever. You just take a bunch of wrappers, eat a few Jolly Ranchers in the process, and take the respective size of a Jolly Rancher chunk out of the clear slimes, and then you just put it inside the wrapper, twist the ends, and there you go. You have Jolly Rancher slime. And I don't know why, but the watermelon one really smelled like Swedish Fish. I didn't add anything to it, but it smelled like Swedish Fish. So the very last slime candy is Swedish Fish, and I ran out of red food coloring. So what I actually did was I used thinking putty, which is like liquid glass, they call it, and when you mix it together it's a little bit foggy. You can use clear slime if you don't want to get this. So to make the Swedish Fish slime, it's really simple. I just added this red sparkly glitter on top of the thinking putty, and I mixed that in until it became like a Swedish Fish texture. I pinched the front of the nose. Do fishes have noses? That's a genuine question. Yeah? I don't even know the proper terms. And then I pinched the ends of the tail. I just got the general shape of it. You don't have to fuss too much because, especially for mine, because it's sparkly, you can't really see the details of it too much. And then when I stretched it, it stretched the same way a Swedish Fish would stretch. I actually wanted to test it out, so I took a real Swedish Fish and then I started squishing it as if it were slime. That's probably the easiest, cheapest way to make Swedish Fish slime, is to just play with the actual candy itself, but it's way more sticky. Oh, I also just remembered I did Bitto Honeys. Yeah, so I basically made like a light brown slime and then put that in the wrapper, and I made Bitto Honey there. Yeah. Alright, so that is all of the slime that is happening in this video. I talk about sliming 101 and how to create food slime, a bunch of different slime meals in my new recipe book. I have the trailer for it and all the information you'll need on my website at slimesoup.com. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give me your thumb for just a second if you did. I'll leave the link to start your free trial and get 10% off your first purchase at squarespace.com/kristsoup. Alright guys, I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Peace.